Hello, good day and welcome. Today is the 7th of Adar, the date on which Moshe Rabbeinu was born and also died 120 years later. I'm starting today by wishing long life, Chaim Arukim, to all those in the community who have Yotzeit today and in the coming week. Rosemary Goodman for her husband Ben, Sue Leitman for her mother and father, Michael Levine for his half-sister, Susan Morris for her mother, Marsha Rosenberg for her mother, Angela Cancer for her father and brother, Howard Littman for his mother, Vivian Carlson for her brother, Gillian Century for her father, Donna Cohen for her mother, Ros Dunn for her mother, Sandra Benjamin for her father, Lynn Clavey and Bev Geweld for their mother, Angela Hart and Hazel Lishak for their mother, Eve Lewis for her mother, Stephanie Marcus for her father, Frances Rinder for her father, Sonia Silverman for her mother, Brian Lowe for his mother, Martin Newman for his mother, Susan Plassett for her mother, Andrea Solomon for her father, Ruth Brand for her mother, Stephen Kaufman for his father, Natalie Silverman for her mother, David Amron for his wife, Marianne Firestone for her mother, Barbara Rosmarin for her mother, Isa Fine, Louise Braham, Jane Fisher and Sarah Fisher for their husband and father, Brian Conn and Jeff Conn for their father, Adrian Korsner for his mother, Betty Miller for her father, David Poole for his mother, Melvin Rubens for his sister, and Mike Stone for his father. El Malay Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Hamotzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanvei Hashkina, V'malot Kadoshim Utahorim, Kazohar Haraki Amasirim Et Nishmot, Dov Ben Aryeh Leib, Miriam bat Moshe, Beryl bat Aaron, Miriam bat Yehuda, Yeta bat Moshe, Yehezkel Yehuda ben David HaKohen, Necha bat David, Nachman Shmuel ben Yitzchak, Moshe David ben Aaron, Ladisia bat Yitzchak, Friedel bat Michael, Sarah Leah bat Yechiel Be'er, David ben Yechezkel HaKohen, Ruth bat Yekusiel, Leib ben Shlomo, Sorel bat Avram, Rachel bat Mordechai, Yitzhak ben Avraham, Rachel bat Nachum, Yosef ben David, Yosef David ben Avraham, Shana Chava bat Shimon Zaisel, Eti Braina bat Avraham, Tzipporah bat Tzvi HaLevi, Fega bat Avraham, Sora bat Yaakov, Rachmiel David ben Chaim HaLevi, Miriel bat Yitzhak, Yaakov Chenach ben Dov Be'er, Leber bat Yitzhak, Sarah bat Yaakov, Esther bat Avraham, Avraham Moshe ben David HaLevi, Aaron Shlomo ben Avraham HaKohen, Yitzhak Moshe ben Avraham Yosef, Chana bat Reuven, Yaakov ben Avraham, Malka bat Shlomo, Avraham Aaron ben Mordechai, Shechachu le'olamam, Anna ba'al ha'rachim haztirei b'seitech anafecha le'olamim, Usro b'sro hacham et nishmatam, Adonai hu nachalatam, v'yanucha b'shalom, amishkavam v'nomar, Amen. And refer shalema to all those in the community who are unfortunately unwell. Mi Shaberach Avateinu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov Moshe v'Aharon David u'Shlomo v'Yivarech et HaCholim Adam ben Shoshana Shema bat Chaya Mordechai ben Chana Rachel Esther bat Sima Netanel Yehuda ben Gavriel Achava Chanoch Beth Blimela Benjamin ben Odell Chana bat Devorah Simcha Mordechai ben Shindel Yechiel ben Sarah Rachel bat Rivka Moshe ben Fegela, Shlomo ben Avril, Shmuel Kalman ben Rachel, Yafa bat Freda, Peretz ben Naomi, Hatinok Noen Moshe ben Tamar Clara, Gavriel ben Sipporah, Kana bat Yutel, Moshe ben Rut, Yosef ben Shoshana, Rachel bat Sarah Anna, Katalin bat Aladin, Reuven ben Sarah, Yehuda ben Chana Shalumit, Benjamin Nachum ben Mira, Shlomit bat Mira, Chana Sarah bat Devorah, Shoshana bat Rivka, Malka bat Bela, Rachel bat Chaya, Anarafana otam hemalena rachamim alehem lachlimam lahachiotam Oshlach lahem bim heiro ufur shlema patosho chole Yisrael rufut hanefet rufut aguf Hashtabak levisman kariv v'nomar Amen. To continue, I'd like to wish Mazel Tov to Jeremy Ross and Jessica Nelkin on the announcement of their engagement. Mazel Tov to the Ross family, Lavinia, Andrew, David and Letitia, the Nelkin family, Carl, Judy and Sarah, and to grandparents Barbara Davis, Ruth Ross, Carol Nelkin, Rabbi Marim and Paula Cherry. Also Mazel Tov to Miriam and Simon Hayes, who have just celebrated their silver anniversary, and Mazel Tov to Helen and Stephen Bond on the birth yesterday morning in Manchester of their 8th grandchild, a baby girl. Mazel Tov also to parents Karine and David, and to siblings Ellie, Aaron and Libby. And a very special happy birthday to Simon Hassel, who will be celebrating his Golden Jubilee birthday next Wednesday the 24th. Simon, may the next 50 be even better than the first. Simon was born just a few days after Decimalisation Day, when the UK switched over to decimal currency on the 15th of February 1971. I wonder how many of you remember pounds, shillings and pence, and those dreadful shopping sums that we all had to do in primary school, converting pence to shillings and shillings to pounds. I'd like to thank Miriam Marson for putting on last night's spectacular Memory Lane. It was fantastic to see so many people connected with the history of the Shul from as long ago as 50 years. A recording of the event can now be seen on the Shul's YouTube channel, and the slides will be available at some point on the Shul website. To update you on when we hope to reopen the Shul, the anticipated but not promised date is Shabbat the 6th of March. We'll confirm this nearer the time, and we'll also explain what the restrictions may be for certain age groups. Next, this afternoon's Kabbalat Shabbat online service from the United Synagogue, available on Facebook and streamed on the US TV channel, commences at 4:05. The service will be led by Moshe Kaplan, who's the Chazan at Mill Hill Synagogue, and there will be a Devar Torah from Rabbi David Rose, who's the assistant rabbi at Mill Hill. Moving on, the latest time to light Shabbat candles is 5:07. This week's Seder is Teruma, and this Shabbat is Shabbat Zachor, which always falls a few days before Purim. There is a Torah mitzvah for us to hear the reading of Zachor. This can't be heard on Zoom. The mitzvah can, however, by reading it at home from a Chumash, and you'll find it in Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 25, and just 3 verses 17 to 19. There will be a second opportunity to hear this at the end of the Torah reading on Shabbat Ki Tetzei, which this year falls on the 21st of August, when hopefully we'll be back to some level of normality. The appropriate page numbers for Zachor have been published in today's Shabbaton. Shabbat ends at 6:12. I'd like to draw everybody's attention to the US in Your Pocket, a new WhatsApp group just launched by the United Synagogue, which will give regular short Jewish thoughts and inspiring insights straight to your phone. Details on how to sign up for this, as well as our own Barnet Shul WhatsApp groups, are in this week's Shabbaton. Next, a few upcoming Zoom events, all of which are details in this week's Shabbaton. There's the pre-Purim whiskey event taking place after Shabbat, and cooking with Sylvia Nakamuli on Tuesday evening. Details of our Purim programme have been emailed to the community, and I'd especially like to thank Donna Cohen for putting all of this together. First, on Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, join us for Kids Hummuntush and Bake, and all kids under 16 are invited to take part in our virtual fancy dress parade on Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock, just prior to our Zoom Megillah. There will be 2 live Zoom readings of the Megillah on Tuesday evening at 6:30 and 8:30, and on Friday morning at 8:45 and 10 o'clock. And lastly, the Mikveh quiz on Sunday the 28th of February. You've all received details of the Barnet Purim appeal. This year many things have changed, but our obligation to give to the needy hasn't. Rather than distribute funds we raise to the wider community, this year we've decided to keep it close to home and support those people in our own Barnet community who desperately need help. And whilst we won't be able to collect cash from you in person, we've set up a Just Giving page. Details are in the email that you received on Wednesday. Please dig deep, and thank you for giving so generously. As always, there's stacks of interesting stuff on the US TV channel. Upcoming events are listed weekly in You and Us, and there's a massive library of previously shown material that all can be downloaded free of charge. All of us have found emails in our inboxes from Richard Verber. Richard is the Director of Communications at the United Synagogue and also a member of Golders Green Shul. Next Thursday afternoon, Richard will be featuring in a new show, What's on Your Head, televised on the BBC CBeebies channel. And Richard will be explaining why he wears a kippah. Thank you all for taking the time to join me. If you want to contact Paul or me, our contact details, as usual, are in Machadash and the Shul calendar. And finally, Paul and I wish you all Shabbat Shalom and Chag Purim Sameach.